Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a video on my morning routine as a busy work from home mom of two little ones. I am a full-time content creator on YouTube and on Patreon, and I also do personal tarot readings, so I am a pretty busy mom. This is how my morning typically goes. So I get up, I make my bed. This is around 5 or 6 a.m. depending on how my night went with my youngest. I make sure that I have some coffee. I do try to hydrate with it since I will be pumping soon. I also sit at my dining room table and try to plan out my morning before it begins. I even write down the things that I have already done because it just makes me feel more accomplished and motivated to take on the rest of the day. So these are my top 3 tasks for the day. I wanted to get my clean laundry folded and out of the way. I also wanted to get caught up on personals and YouTube videos. I clearly have a lot of those to get caught up on. First, I wanted to get in a quick pumping session, so that's exactly what I did. So I pumped for about 17 or 18 minutes, and mamas, for those of you who don't know, this little button over on the side of your pump, it looks like a couple of drops. It'll actually give you an extra letdown. I ended up getting a lot more milk than I usually do. Arthur is exclusively breastfed, aside from solids, once or twice a day sometimes, and normally I only get about 2 ounces, but this time I believe I got almost 4. I'll do a final reveal here in just a second. Since Arthur is exclusively breastfed, I know some people might wonder why I'm pumping at all. And, I just try to pump in the mornings because I have experience with my husband, a couple days prior being like, hey, do you want to fish? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And then I kind of have to rush to get some milk together so that way our little one has some milk while we're out doing things. So that's why I pump even though he's exclusively breastfed. Just because you never know what's going to happen, so it's best to just have some on hand just in case. I ended up getting just shy of 4 ounces, which is way more than the typical 2. Next, I made breakfast, and since I accidentally took a picture instead of a video, I just inserted that in here as a screen recording for you guys. You're welcome. Next, I'm brushing my teeth with this tooth whitening toothbrush and some tooth whitening toothpaste. I wish I could get my teeth whitened, but I actually have crowns, so I can't do that. And I have crowns because my mom didn't take me to the dentist when I was a kid or when I was a teenager. There was actually a chapter in my childhood where I didn't have a toothbrush. I used a chicken leg. And they kept taking it out of the bathroom like, just get me a toothbrush. After this, I try to get a quick workout in before the baby wakes up and wants to nurse. So I do some guided workouts on YouTube, and they're literally only about 30 minutes long. They don't take much time, but sometimes I just don't have the time for it. But today I did, so luckily I got to show you guys that part of my morning. As suspected, Arthur woke up to nurse, and since I don't know how YouTube would feel about a nursing video, I went ahead and just put his chunky little toes in for you guys. After all of that, Gus and I typically do a morning reset where we just kind of clean up the dishes from breakfast, clean up the living room if there's been any playing in there. I try to do this 3 times a day, but at the very least, I try to do it before bed and after breakfast in the morning. And of course, he helps. He's very good about picking up after himself, and he has some chores of his own, and I'll include that in a different video in the future. I feel more overwhelmed when I'm trying to clean everything at the end of the day versus a little bit throughout the day. After this, I'll do my daily chore, which Thursdays, it's laundry. Wednesdays, I do the laundry, and Thursdays, I try to get the laundry folded and put away. So that's what I did today. I actually accomplished it, you guys, so give me a round of applause. Before I get to work on anything else, I try to do a little activity with Gus, a play activity and a learning activity, and today it was coloring, which is obviously not my strong suit, but in my defense, this marker is pretty well beaten up and it's got little strings that just go all outside the lines. It was a mess, but we got it completed, and here is the finished product. Next, I decided to do a little learning activity. These are subtraction cards. We've been working on the addition ones for a while, so I decided I would open these. It goes all the way up to the 12s. These are actually very inexpensive. I got these on Amazon in a 4-pack. It has multiplication and division as well, but Gus loves to learn these. Finally, I got to have myself a shower, so I went ahead and got that done. Here's another nursing session, but we're just going to have some tickles in here instead. After Arthur was good and asleep, I started brushing my hair. Normally, I'll have to fix my hair, but I rolled it last night, which didn't actually turn out well because I used different rollers. And, I just was not feeling it, but it's whatever. That's not the main priority today. And then I'm putting some leave in conditioner in my hair. Now, to moisturize, it only takes a little bit. I'm not sure why people use like half of their tub of moisturizer when they moisturize, but that's just always been so weird to me. I just use a tiny bit. Clearly, I'm not good at makeup, but I'm doing it anyway. And some days I do a winged eyeliner or something, but today I just needed to do something simple since I had a lot to catch up on. So this took me about 10 minutes, and here it is. Nothing special, but it'll do. So now I'm getting started on some work. So I got some emails answered, and I changed some settings on my channel as well. So that needed to be done. I went ahead and did that. Then I went ahead and began the cleanse, the prayer, and the meditation for the readings that I was about to do. So you're going to see that happen here with some sage and some Palo Santo. Headed outside for some air. That wraps up my morning as a busy work from home mom of two little ones. If you guys like content like this, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and tap that bell icon so you can get notifications when I upload more motherhood, homemaking, and lifestyle content.